Medical workers of Reddit, what were the most haunting last words you've heard from a patient?
I am a medical worker, but the one that stays with me is actually when my aunt was dying. I think I was about 14, and she was my favorite aunt. I held her hand and asked her to wait until her birthday so that I could wish her happy birthday. A silly request looking back, and the last thing she said to me was, okay. She lasted until the morning of her birthday. I wished her happy birthday, and she passed away with a smile. I had forgotten that until I saw this question. Thank you for asking it.
84-year-old woman with advanced dementia. She was very combative at night, scratching, biting, pulling out her fur and oxygen. I was her nurse for a week or so before she died. One of the last nights, the clouds parted, and she had a moment of clarity. She looked up at me from her bed and said, "This is hell. I am in hell right now."
We all knew resuscitation was pointless, and she wasn't going to live. I asked my coworkers if they were okay with me stepping away from patient care for a while. It wasn't terribly busy, so they were fine with it. I went to our lactation room, got a blanket and some Vaseline, and did skin to skin with that baby until she passed 45 minutes later. I hope it was some comfort to her. The mom never came back to claim her body. The whole situation haunts me to this day.
My dad came by my house and just poured the love I needed to hear my entire life. We hugged, and I'll never forget him telling me how proud he was of me. This was very out of character, but it was validation for me. He died 5 days later from a massive heart attack in my arms.
My mom came home to me in hospice and one day said, "I'm done. I'm tired of fighting. I'm going to sleep." She never woke up after that. I'm happy for her because she fought so hard, and I know she was tired. Think of her a million times a day and coming up on her death anniversary on the 2nd.
Don't tie that. I'm not going to make it. I was trying to check his manual BP cause automated was detecting nothing. He passed away minutes later.
I don't work in a hospital, but when I was younger my family moved in with my grandmother to take care of her while she was dying from lung cancer. I used to sit with her in the den and read to her. One morning, she looked right at me and said, "Go get your father, I'm dying today." Then she did.
It's not my fault, right? A patient a very long time ago, about 2 to 3 minutes before he died from complications of AIDS, pneumonia. I told him it was absolutely not his fault. I still think about this at least once a week.
Tezaiku, HIV positive kid, must be 3 years old, got infection from mom, bad shape, though was a delight to play with. He had a transformer toe, routine rounds. We used to play with him. I broke a small part, promised him to get a new one next day. He passed away at night. I am haunted by that promise.
Please help me. I don't want to die.